Hey everyone, hope you're all doing well. Here is the past week or so's training footage. I tried to stick to technique this past week, and I probably will for the next couple weeks. So, hope you enjoy. Alright, so this is a drill that I was watching Clarence Kennedy do. Basically, the goal is to get your elbows underneath the bar as quickly as possible into the rack position. Just because whenever you're doing really heavy weight, you don't have much time to get yourself up under the bar. But it was a little awkward at first. I mean, it looks awkward, but I don't know. I'll keep doing it. Hopefully, it increases my rack speed. So, a few things I had to work on after I was watching Alan Thrall from Untamed Strength. I was watching some of his videos and a couple more of Clarence's, just teaching the power clean and just kind of really watching how they do it. And I noticed how bad my form was whenever I was doing it in the past few videos. So I had to correct a few things. So like my shoulders in the past videos and how I was doing it before were behind the bar whenever I go to pick it up instead of over the bar. And also I had to correct my hips too, because whenever I'd bend down to pick it up from the deadlift position, I would drop my hips way lower than they need to be whenever I went to lift. And also, for some reason, I don't know if it's, I just watched one of Clarence's videos and assumed that you had to basically upright row the weight to your chest after you get it to the second pull or what, but I had to correct that as well. So I was watching one of Alan's videos, and whenever you get it past your knees, the weight past your knees, whenever you get to mid-thigh in the jumping position, that whole entire way, you're supposed to keep your arms straight. And my past two videos, and the whole past week and a half I've been practicing this, I've been doing it all wrong. So I had to correct that as well. So your arms are actually supposed to stay straight. And then once you get to mid-thigh, that's when you're supposed to kind of hip thrust and jump. You're basically just trying to jump as hard as you can. And I guess you don't really upright row the weight, but you kind of do, but it's more like you're just getting your elbows up underneath the bar into rack position. But so I had to correct those things. What else was there? Yeah, I was looking, I'd keep facing down instead of looking up whenever I'd pull. For some reason, I kept trying to watch the weight while I was pulling it up, but your body tends to make things move where you're looking. So if you're looking down at the ground and you're trying to move the weight up, I mean, it's not really going to go kind of up and slightly backwards like you want it to get in the rack position, and it'll throw you off balance. And I also noticed that for some reason, whenever I'd go to pull and at the jumping position, I would jump and I would jump backwards. I don't know if that was just like a mental thing, like being afraid to get under the weight. I don't feel afraid to get under the weight, but I don't know if it was just a mental thing, but I have to like mentally correct that as well. I also think that maybe it had to do with bar placement, because if you get to the mid-thigh and when you jump, if your shoulders are behind the weight, it's going to pull the weight towards you more than you want it to. And it's going to push you backwards. And then whenever it lands on your chest, it's going to push you backwards even more, throw you way off balance. But I corrected all that stuff. And so I've been pulling with my shoulders over the bar, keeping my arms straight, jumping as hard as I can at mid-thigh. and it's actually made the weight a lot easier to move. Right here, this is 165, I believe. In the past video that I did this, it was a struggle. I was getting lightheaded just picking it up, and I dropped it once. I failed to get it in the rack position because it just felt so heavy, but once I corrected all this stuff, it felt pretty dang light. So I think the more I focus on getting this form down, the more weight I'm going to be able to lift.